Welcome to Today's Home. I'm Diane Plessett, certified master kitchen bath designer and aging in place specialist, here to talk about anything and everything that affects your home and lifestyle. Today's segment is going to be a mashup of recent and new topics. Let's get started. During last week's segment of Today's Home, I promised some updates. I was excited to visit the largest appliance store in Oregon, Standard TV, to see the new Whirlpool Sunset Bronze appliances. They're elegant. The finish is a warm gray like nickel. I love the handles, which are a cool stainless steel color, perfect for blending the two metals. For my listeners in the greater Portland area, the Beaverton showroom is selling the floor models of the French door refrigerator, dual fuel range, and microwave hood at a fantastic price. I really wish manufacturers would listen, though, to professional kitchen designers and discontinue making microwave hood combinations. They're not safe, and they don't provide good suction. These combinations are not good. Safety has to be the #1 priority in all home remodeling. While I was at Standard TV, my new dedicated salesperson, Christy, showed me the Decor Modernist display with clean, no-nonsense lines. Oh, it's gorgeous. Their full line of products is available in black stainless steel or stainless steel. One of the many things I love about the new Decor products is their Wi-Fi integration. Christy showed me how the hood automatically turns on when she turned on the range. That's a wonderful safety feature. Talking with Christy reminded me about some important design and safety features relating to hoods. Remember to turn your exhaust hood on before you turn on your cooktop or range top. Your hood should be 6 inches wider than your cooking surface. This gives you more area to collect steam and grease while you're cooking, and it protects wall cabinets on both sides of the hood. There should be at least 30 inches clear from the top of your cooking surface to the bottom of the hood. This is another reason why microwave hood combinations don't work, because the microwave ends up too high. If you're interested in a new high BTU gas cooktop or range top, your hood should be powerful enough to clear the air. But in today's tight homes, you'll have to invest in makeup air if your hood is rated at 400 cubic feet per minute or more. Makeup air prevents negative air pressure in your home. It will add about $1,000 to your investment for appliances. And makeup air is a code requirement in most states. No way to get around it. I'm so grateful to my clients for providing me with current topics to talk about. Last week, I had a meeting with a homeowner who told me that her husband hired a contractor to build a deck for them and didn't bother to check the contractor's license status or check references. Yeah, you're way ahead of me. Yes, the project went sideways, and the homeowners don't have any way to get the deck fixed other than hire another contractor. She didn't tell me how much they paid for a lousy deck, but I'm guessing it was thousands of dollars. The bottom line? Always verify a contractor's license, bonding, and insurance status. Ask for and check references. I received an email from a client telling me that the contractor verbally told her about change orders that amount to over $1,000. Change orders do happen, unfortunately. There's at least one mystery story behind the walls in every home. Change orders, even small ones, need to be detailed in writing before the work is done. Change orders should include a written description of the work to be done, a breakdown for materials with a subtotal, a breakdown for labor including the number of hours, the markup or margin that the contractor is charging, and the total for the change order. There should be a place for you to sign and date the change order. You should get a copy for your records, and the contractor should keep a copy. This incident was a motivator for me to add another question or two to the questions for and about contractors and designers that's available as a free download. Recently, clients confirmed that having and using the questions was a big help when they were interviewing contractors. Experience has proven time and again that honest communication and having upfront information will ultimately make your project go smoother with fewer hassles and cost overruns. Last week, I received a wonderful link to an article in Better Homes and Gardens, Why Hire a Kitchen Designer? The article doesn't specify, but the same information is true for bathroom design. If you're thinking about remodeling your home and you're on the fence about hiring a professional designer, this article will change your mind. I've been saying these same things and more for years. It's so good to read it from a reliable, trusted source. After reading the article, I signed up to receive more information from Better Homes and Gardens and learned that they have 11 sweepstakes for you to enter. The prizes are really significant. For all of the sweepstakes, there are no purchases necessary, but you may get emails from the companies offering the prizes. That's the way marketing works in today's world. 2 weeks ago, I talked about color. August is when major paint manufacturers start introducing their colors for the coming year. Behr and Sherwin-Williams have announced their new color trends for 2020. And Miller Paint has introduced new colors, although they avoid the word trend. I'm going to talk about all three, and of course, there are links in my blog. First, about Behr Paint. The company says, Behr's 2020 paint color preview is filled with hues that remind us of the great outdoors. The paint giant recently released a trend-driven collection of 15 shades they're predicting will take over interiors in 2020. The colors include a range of balanced neutrals and earthy greens that also includes lavish oranges. They say, quote, the new palette sources inspiration from the desire to engage with the world around us and restore balance in our everyday lives, unquote. Restore delivers the most literal interpretation of the landscape around us. It includes soothing shades of green and blue to, quote, provide restorative qualities to encourage balance. Because of their calming, de-stressing effects, the shades within the Restore palette are great choices for a bedroom or home office. If you're looking for something a bit bolder, Behr's World Hood palette is your best bet because it includes warm red, yellow, and burnt orange. The palette is reminiscent of electric sunsets and, quote, natural rugged landscapes, unquote. Behr's atmospheric palette delivers new neutrals in a collection that's anything but boring. This palette is perfect for every room in your home, and you can choose colors from the other two palettes for accents. Homes are a living example of the family that occupies them. Each family member, each room, has its own personality, but everyone complements the others to create a unique, unified environment. On August 13, Sherwin-Williams announced its color palettes for 2020. There are 5 distinct categories for the new colors: Alive, Haven, Heart, Mantra, and Play. Here's what Sherwin-Williams says, quote, the new 2020 Color Mix Forecast palettes work to create restorative spaces for relaxing, recharging, and inviting creativity. This forecast resonates with designers for its warm and nature-inspired palettes. In nature, it's always right. With so much going on in the world, it's important that we give ourselves space to escape and recharge. Using colors derived from nature provides us the connectedness and restorative powers that we need to tackle our day-to-day lives. And they continue. The new palettes also bring a sense of joy, whether your happiness comes from people, nature, or spirituality. Each palette evokes happiness. 2020 is going to be a big year for everyone. We are starting a new decade, and it's an election year. All of this change affects us, making us crave balance in our lives, so it makes sense that these palettes offer visual balance for our surroundings. It's really interesting to me that Sherwin-Williams created special mandalas for each color group and defined each with positive influences. Alive, defined by optimism, authenticity, glocalization, new local. Mantra, defined by minimalism, serenity, Scandinese, sanctuary. Play, defined by escapism, humor, joy, and energy. Haven, defined by simplicity, wabi-sabi, conservation, material health. And heart, defined by Bauhaus, bohemian, fusion, humanity. I learned some new words in this. Glocalization. It's the practice of conducting business according to both local and global considerations. Scandinese, or Japandi, is the fusion between Scandinavian and Japanese design, based on simplicity, with a strong reference to nature. Behr and Sherwin-Williams are large companies. They have big advertising budgets. But by contrast, there's a paint company based in the Northwest. That's my favorite, Miller Paint. The company was formed in 1890 by Ernest Miller Sr., who purchased a stone mill and began manufacturing his own paint. I just learned that Miller Paint is employee-owned. That's the keystone to their success and an important element of the company culture that's both empowering and exciting. And I love their logo, made here for here. It was interesting to discover that Miller is the only paint company that talks about environmental commitment. They say, quote, Miller Paint was first in the market to convert our main line of interior products, Acro, to a zero VOC product line in 1996. It has received rave reviews for its performance qualities and demonstrate the company's commitment to being an environmentally responsible manufacturer in the marketplace. Most recently, Miller Paint started to move to FSC certified recycled content paper for their product literature. In their corporate offices and stores, Miller Paint recycles bottle, paper, cardboard, and cans. And Miller Paint currently participates in 2 utility-based environmental programs. The Green Power Program through PGE, which helps to fund renewable energy, and Northwest Natural's Smart Energy Program, a carbon offset program that supports projects that reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Miller Paint works directly with Metro, the directly elected regional government that serves more than 1.5 million residents in Clackamas, Multnomah, and Washington counties, as well as the Portland, Oregon metropolitan area, to recycle unused or unwanted latex paint. Metro Paint is sold by Miller Paint. There's a great internal program for recycling and repurposing latex paints into workable products. Wow! Now, Miller does have a palette of 15 new colors, the Color Now collection. They also feature a color of the month that's in their Color Evolution collection. Other paint companies use flowery marketing words and flashy advertising to sell their paint. But for a local gal whose family always used Miller Paint, this is what I recommend if you're thinking about updating your home's colors. Did you catch the difference in emphasis between Miller Paint and the other 2 companies? While Behr and Sherwin-Williams use sales-oriented words and phrases to evoke an emotional response to nature, relaxation, and balance, Miller actively practices all of these concepts with their commitment to make our world a better place, starting with employee owners. Thank you for listening to Today's Home. A new blog and podcast is uploaded every week to provide inspired ideas for your home and lifestyle. Next week, we're going to talk about remodeling horror stories. Tell your family and friends about us and visit our website, www.dp-design.com, where you can download podcasts of previous programs and get a list of upcoming programs. Follow us on social media and recommend Today's Home to your family, friends, and business associates. This is Diane Plessett, your host of Today's Home. Enjoy the coming week.